Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, all the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that, as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this event have been mutually agreed upon by school officials from both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and administrators.
Without them, this event would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility.
This means that you as a fan
Should not criticize players on either team.
Should not boo the officials.
should not have alcoholic beverages on public school grounds. This is a violation of state law.
Should be courteous to the visiting fans.
Should cheer for your team.
And show respect for injured players on both teams.
Thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
On behalf of our school board and our McAllen ISD family, I want to welcome all of you to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Thank you for supporting sporting events in our public schools. Your love, your energy, and your passion is what drives our student athletes to excel on the field. Enjoy the competition and best of luck to both teams. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Football Night in McAllen ISD. Almost a full moon here, looking upon a beautiful DQ fan field as we get ready for tonight's action. It's a non-district game between the Mercedes Tigers and the Nikki Rowe Warriors coming your way next, right here on MITV. And welcome aboard. It's Mark May with Mario Reyna, and tonight it's the Nikki Rowe Warriors taking on the Mercedes Tigers, both 5A schools, but in different districts, so it's a non-district tune-up as they get ready for district action. Now, Mario, how do you see your keys turning out here tonight?
Well, they don't know each other very well, right? But I think both teams have to be aggressive. That's the main thing. Go seek your goals early. Also, avoid the turnovers. We talk about that in every game. They're very important. And at the end of the day, it's a special team, some crazy play, a big play. They got to avoid that too, or make things happen.
All right, and yeah, special teams we've seen in our first 4 games already have played a big role in there in all kinds of strange plays. We might see more of that tonight. Getting ready for the national anthem, also about to introduce the color guard and bring out our veteran of the week here in just a moment. And coming up in a moment, we'll have our player profile, look at players to watch and check out our starters. But right now we're going to have the player profile, and earlier this week we talked to running back Sam Legues of Nikki Rowe. Here's that.
Hi, I'm Samuel Legues Jr. and I play running back for Nikki Rowe High School.
You can do it now.
First down, Legues has it straight up the middle. First down and more, crosses into Hawks territory. A foot race now.
One of the things we have to do is, block for the quarterback for our pass play and our run plays, read our linemen's blocks, run through their hole and run hard. Like most about playing football is just being all my friends, as I love everybody and they're all a family to me. And I love being hit and everything. I love hitting people and it's what they need me, so I'm here. I think our team is relatively, the incoming are young, but most of us are seniors, so we've been in the game a long time. We've been with this program for a while. I think we have the talent to be great this season. My goal is to, get a scholarship and to rush for 1,000 yards.
And we're back as they introduce our veteran of the week. Right now, this is Mr. Humberto Maldonado. Served 21 years in the U.S. Army and the Texas Army National Guard. Was a sergeant first class. Served in 4 combat tours, 2 in Iraq, 1 in Afghanistan, 1 in East Africa. Earned the Combat Infantry Badge and now serving as a peace officer for the city of Mission. Joining him on the field is his wife, Ashley Maldonado. And he is our veteran of the week. We do this at every home game for the Warriors, also for the Mustangs and Bulldogs. I appreciate his service to our nation. Now they're bringing in the ROTC, affiliated with the U.S. Army. And under the direction of instructors Captain Marquil Flores and Sergeant Edwin Freites. And we have those students here. Carrying the U.S. flag is Cadet Colonel Jorge Vasquez. Carrying the Texas flag is Cadet First Sergeant Meredith Soto. Right rifle is Cadet First Sergeant Michael Quintero, and the left rifle Cadet First Sergeant Jose Martinez. You see their names right there.
Morgan Nunez of Rowe High School.
And now we'll have the national anthem sung by Nikki Rowe senior choir member Morgan Nunez.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets and gunner bombs bursting in through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
An outstanding job by senior Morgan Nunez of Rowe High School.
Great job, Morgan Nunez from the Nikki Rowe Choir under the direction of Mr. Whitney, Mr. Jason Whitney over there at Nikki Rowe High School. Wonderful job he does with the students. Time now for our players to watch, and starting with the Mercedes Tigers, how about their quarterback, Aaron Cortez? Got some playing time last year, has some good experience coming in, had a good game against the Donna Redskins last week in a victory there. And Aaron Cortez, number 21 right there, is a big player. Tough to bring down and can certainly throw the football. Meanwhile, for Nikki Rowe, how about their defensive end, number 50, John Salazar, had a big opening game against Harlingen South. It was a narrow 2-point loss for the Warriors. John Salazar, a mainstay at defensive end on the left side of that D-line for the Nikki Rowe Warriors. And taking a look now at our starters for Nikki Rowe this evening. And Nikki Rowe starting on offense. So we bring that up. We're going to start with Adrian Boteo. Number 7 is at quarterback. We guess, of course, the running back. His goal is 1,000 yards this year. Mika Hinojosa is at tight end. Wide receiver Landon Barrera. Other wide receivers include Mateo Castillo, his first home start, and wide receiver Draven Nieves. And then look at the offensive line. New starter there from the Week 1 game, Gerardo Ledesma Jr. starting there at right guard. Then you've got Talamantes, De Leon, Salazar, and Proneda. And that'll be followed by the defensive line. 3-man front led by Salazar, Alejandro Rodriguez, and Alejandro Bosada. And then the linebackers. The defensive backs, Sebastian Islas, Nomar Aguirre, Aiden Vidal, Jacob Gonzalez. And there are the teams coming out onto the field, ready to start play. Nikki Rowe at 0-2 this season, having lost to Harlingen South and Los Fresnos. Los Fresnos lost on the road last week. Mercedes, meanwhile, at 1-1. Both their games were at home, so this is their first road game. They lost to the Edinburgh Bobcats 20-17, defeated Donna, as we mentioned, 38-17 last week. And Mario, any adjustments for Mercedes being on the road for the first time?
Well, I think the other thing that happens is they get a big rush playing at the stadium, so they get all excited. But it's always good to be at home. It's important for them to start off, on the right way. If they don't, then things can get shaky. But I did talk to head coach Adame for Mercedes, and he talked a lot about third downs. To him, third downs are very important. Whether it's his team having a third and short or making the opponent have third and long. He likes to get teams off the field and give his team an opportunity. Of course, like every offense, you look at Coach Adame right there for the Mercedes Tiger. He is in his 11th year at the helm over there at Mercedes. Real friendly guy, willing to talk football anytime you call him. And his wife is the head volleyball coach, Olga Adame, with the Mercedes Tiger.
Yeah, he's taken his team to the playoffs too in 9 of his 10 previous years. They missed the playoffs last year, so that was kind of an outlier, if you will. But Mercedes Tiger football is used to competing for playoff trips, aren't they?
And he is, and here we have Robert Flores. Of course, Coach Flores has played at Rowe, as we all know, and he's in his 9th year. And Robert Flores is just a good old guy. I know he's 0-2, but he's not going to panic. Their team played very well against Arlington South. They could have won that game, the first game of the year. But Los Fresnos, that is a good little team right there. They'll go into the playoffs. We take a look at the officials. The officials are from the Laredo area.
Yeah, we got the captains there as well. Castillo, Liguez, Nick Hartman, and John Salazar. Now our officials.
I believe this is the first time the officials, and I love this, Mark, how we take a photo shoot on them. But they're all pretty good. They're from the Laredo area. And one of the things about them is that they also have a female, and that's all good to see that with Gilbert Martinez, Victor Chapa, Juan Carrillo, Daniel Diaz, Alejandro Alvarado. How do you say that first name, Mark?
Mahalia
Rivi and Francisco Cortez out of the Laredo area. Welcome to them.
Yeah, and that's something we saw last week too. In a game down here, we saw a chapter or a team of refs come down from the San Antonio chapter. Now we're seeing Laredo chapter. Why is that? Why are we seeing that?
Well, they're just trying to showcase different officials from throughout the state of Texas. That way, some of the officials from the Rio Grande Valley are going into the San Antonio area also, so they can be seen. So when they meet in the playoffs, they feel comfortable with each other, and hopefully select officials that have serviced them throughout the year. The Laredo chapter, though, even though they're Laredo, they are members of the Rio Grande Valley chapter, so they worked out a deal together.
And I guess just unusual for them to travel this far south before the playoffs.
Correct.
Okay, so Nikki Rowe, you see, is going to be kicking off. They're wearing the dark green tops, and Mercedes in all white with orange fields at the 5, running across the 20, has a room there at the 30, and then hit going down at the 39-yard line. A terrific return there for the Mercedes running back, number 25, Frank Gonzalez, who's a junior. And Mercedes will start on offense with excellent field position.
There's already one of the keys to the game. We talked about special teams. Now, Mark, we know, and this rings a bell for you, the offensive coordinator for the Tigers is none other than Paul Reyes. You remember that?
I do. And Nikki Rowe fans, I'm sure, recognize that name as well.
I don't need too much of a scouting report to know what Coach Paul Reyes likes to do. He likes to spread the field, and he really loves to put the ball up in the air.
Yeah, former Nikki Rowe coach. He was the predecessor to Coach Robert Flores. And here's a handoff. This is going to be running left side. A lot of room there. First down and more. Heading into Rowe territory all the way to the Rowe 39-yard line. Then a late flag comes in, and this might tack on more yards. Robert Sanchez, the running back, lined up at the wing and took that handoff and rambled all the way down to the Rowe 39.
And even though the Tigers might like to put the ball up in the air, like any good offensive team and any coach, they always like to establish the run. Let's just take a look at the penalty, some more yardage there.
15-yard line.
I mean, you're barely into 14 seconds into this game. Your second place play of the night, and you're already on the opponent's 25-yard line. that must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it was a 24-yard run plus a 15-yard penalty, which moves the ball all the way down to the 25-yard line. Man in motion after a high snap and then a whistle. And this is going to be illegal procedure against the offense, and actually kind of a blessing in disguise, I guess, as things work.
Offense for 63, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
I'm sure both Coach Adame and Coach Flores are looking at this game that they want to reduce penalties, because this is the third game of the year. When they get the first 2 games, there was more penalties, so I'm sure they talked to their players about reducing penalties.
So it's 1st and 15 now from the Rose 30-yard line. Man goes in motion, and another high snap. There was a previous high snap. This one's even higher. And quarterback Cortez tried to fall on it, lost it. It's still loose. And finally, it looks like the Tigers fall on it. That's Baltazar Fuentes. But it's a huge loss of yards for the Tigers, as they were knocked all the way back into their own territory to the 36-yard line. And it's a loss of 34 yards on one play.
Well, I don't know if I've seen too many plays where they lost 34, but for some reason, Mark, they're bringing it back.
Offsides, defense number 55.
Oh, wow.
5-yard penalty, repeat.
That
first
is
down.
a tough penalty, Mark, because you know Mercedes doesn't have too many plays to get like 40 yards for a first down, and instead, what we talked about, avoiding mistakes, the Warriors are hurting themselves. 3 penalties already in 3 plays, Mark.
And so it's 1st and 10 now after the Rowe penalty. Handoff. That's number 1, Sanchez. And Sanchez able to get modest yards.
And we'll have to take a look at the Warrior defense under Coach Samuel Friedman. The expectations are very high for this defense, Mark. They have 8 seniors, 2 juniors, and 1 sophomore.
So 2nd down and 5. Cortez wanting to throw is pressured, has to run. Looks like he's got the first down, though, as he gets all the way to the 14, needed the 15. And that's a 6-yard pickup, and he'll move the chains.
And once again, Mark, that's something that the Warriors have tried to work and practice is on tackling. They have been there to tackle, but they're just missing on the tackles, and that's why number 21, which is Aaron Cortez, was able to get the first down. Poor tackling.
So 1st and 10 at the Warrior 14-yard line. Handoff. And tackled by Salazar on after the handoff to Sanchez. First time we've called his name tonight, John Salazar, but probably won't be the last.
He's a pretty good one, Mark. He came into this game as already as one of the leading tacklers for the Warriors, had 11 tackles in 2 games.
No score yet, 9.5 to play in the first quarter. Mercedes took the opening kickoff all the way out to the 37. Now have it at the Warrior 13, 2nd and 9. Man goes in motion. They're going to hand this off. Sanchez going left, bounces outside, and is knocked down at the 10-yard line. After a gain of 3, it'll bring up 3rd down.
So on those last 2 possessions, very good tackling by the Warriors. Some hard hits too. At the end of the play, number 27 for the Warriors coming in. That's Omar Aguirre.
Also saw Jacob Gonzalez, defensive back, getting in there. So 3rd down and 6 now for Mercedes. It's a points play.
Yep, and the Tigers haven't put it up in the air so far.
Yeah, tried to once, and the quarterback forced to run. This Rowe is getting good pressure. Sanchez goes in motion out of the pistol. Now the quarterback fumbles the football, is blocked off the ball, and Rowe falls on it. And the Nikki Rowe Warriors have a turnover, and they've got the football. And so after bending, they don't break. And a fumble recovery by Julian Nava, the sophomore linebacker.
That play just didn't look very good from the beginning. It just didn't develop. Take a look at him. Get that championship belt. Then the Warriors defense love to celebrate. So there we go. We have a turnover, one of our keys to the game. And any turnover is tough, right? But anytime you have a turnover and you almost have the ability to at least get 3 points, those are the ones that are hard.
Yeah, that cost Mercedes 7 or at least 3 points, like you said, or as many as 7. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 8:16 to go in the first quarter.
Dill comes into this game 23 out of 38 for 214 yards. Those are pretty good stats.
It's a handoff. Sam Ligas. And Ligas up to near the 20-yard line, a gain of 4. Now bring up 2nd down.
That is the 20th carry of the year for Ligas. Now at 147 yards. Nothing fancy. Let's see if our offensive line can beat your defensive line. Ligas also has 3 touchdowns. He averages 71 yards per game.
He'll need to average about 100 yards per game to reach that 1,000. It's 10 regular season games they have. As Boteo rolls out right and now under pressure, flag is down. And Boteo is sacked back at the 14-yard line. We'll see what the flag is about. It came in the area where there's often holding is called.
More than likely it's going to be holding.
Now, face mask.
Face mask.
Offense number 71. 2nd down.
Anytime you have those kind of penalties, it's lack of focus. And I know I talked to Coach Robert Flores. He talked about execution is word of the day, focus, and that's not happening right now. He wanted his team to play a complete game, offense, defense, special teams, and that would give him a lot of confidence. It gives him the opportunity to win a game, but you got to play right. And right now, the Warriors are hurting themselves.
Yeah, Warriors with some penalties here early. That one actually declined because the quarterback got sacked. 7.5 to go here in the first quarter. And a 3rd down and 12 here for the Warriors. Boteo back to throw, has some room to run here, and does run it. Hole closes quickly as he gets up to about the 19-yard line, and Rowe will bring on the punting unit.
Pretty much no first down, but when you think about it, Mark, there's no turnover. So they put it from the 20. They can get themselves a good special team play and maybe give the ball back to Mercedes. The turnover is going to cost Mercedes about 35 to 40 yards.
Yeah, Mercedes will have, should have some good field position right around midfield. It's the Rowe punter standing back at his own 4-yard line. Punter there's 28, Marco Cruz. No pressure. Gets this off, forces Mercedes back a little bit, able to make the catch at their own 40. Trying to get around the wall to the right side and forced out of bounds in road territory at about the 45-yard line. About a 15-yard return there for Frankie Salinas, freshman playing on the varsity.
That's what happens, Mark. Anytime you have a missed tackle, it hurts you. That cost the Warriors 15 yards because of a missed tackle.
You don't often see freshmen playing on the varsity, but Mercedes has 3.
Anytime you have freshmen, you know what we think, and we know they really have to be gifted athletes.
Young Mercedes team.
So far, the field of possession is on the Mercedes Tiger side.
23 seniors as well in the Mercedes team. It's a pretty good number. And there we see the ball come loose once again as the running back, Frank Gonzalez, is hit. bone-crunching hit there by Nikki Rowe's defense that caused the ball to come out. Let's take another look here.
I think it was Dante Rodriguez, was it number 7?
Yeah, you're right, yeah, number 7.
That was a perfect hit, Mark. Not only did he really hit the runner, but he hit him right there where the football is, and he caused a fumble.
Yeah, and Rodriguez not only made the initial hit that jarred the ball loose, but the player from Mercedes who recovered, Rodriguez got up and tackled him too.
He gets two assists right there on the same play.
And here's a run here by Mercedes. Got some room here after they lost a ton of yardage. They had lost 9 yards. Get most of that back and a little bit more, about a 10-yard return there, or run there by Diego Bravo.
Bravo did a good job of running. But Mark, once again, the Warriors had an opportunity to bring down Bravo for about a 6 to 7 yard loss. And instead he gained 6 or 7. So instead of being like a 3rd and 16 or 17, it's a 3rd and 8. Those little yards add up to be big things later.
At the row 43 now, after an 11-yard run. Oh, this is caught near the first down. Baltazar Fuentes with the reception. And it looks like it is enough for a first down. They needed the 35, got to the 34.
And they barely got a first down, Mark, and that goes back to the last play that since they weren't able to tackle Bravo, it was an easier way to get a first down. They barely got it by 1 yard. Right now would have been about a 4th and 6.
And now we've got an official stoppage. This might be an illegal procedure again against the Mercedes Tigers. It's 2 5A teams. Mercedes competes in District 16 5A Division 2.
Number 72, 5-yard penalty.
And Mark, as we get closer to the playoffs towards the end of the season, there's a lot of explaining because there's all kinds of 5A teams nowadays, and some are 5A Division 1, some are 5A Division 2. It depends on who makes the playoffs, and enrollment will determine who goes in a certain area. So that's going to be very interesting later on in the year. It's the first time I think UIL is having that kind of approach.
Yeah, Nikki Rowe, you mentioned, yeah, 16 5A Division 1. 2 5A teams in different districts here. As we see this handoff, it gets big yardage. First down and more. Stepping out of bounds is Sanchez, but not before he got all the way down to the row 19-yard line, a pickup of 20 yards.
And there you got to just give credit to the right side of the Mercedes offensive line. But you know what, Mark, I was just going to say, well, you know, the good thing is there's no flag, but now they're all walking back, so there is a flag. No wonder the play ran pretty good.
See the replay of it, a terrific run there by Sanchez, eventually tackled by Salazar, who chased him all the way down from his defensive end position, 20 yards downfield.
That's a 1st and 16.
Here's a run here, trying to get around to the right side, but this time road defenses it well. Bravo on the carry.
Hard hits right there on the defensive side, Mark.
Well, that was Dante Rodriguez in there involved again.
Yeah, Sebastian Yala with an assist. And I think quarterback Bravo has to learn a lesson. He needs to do the slide, avoid getting hit. He got hit from behind and in front. Special shout out to one of the biggest Mercedes fans, Mark. His name is Jesse Trevino.
Sebastian Islas actually provided the big hit, lowering the hammer on that last play. So 2nd down and 13 here. And we've got Bravo running it again.
Bravo, just a junior, Mark. You can see that he has some pretty good instincts. He can run the ball. It's a quick huddle. Let's go. And that forced because they wanted to speed up the play, Mark, that the Warrior defense was not ready, so they decided to call a timeout.
So let's go to break. We're in the first quarter. No score as yet. Mercedes moving down the field, but facing a 3rd and long when we come back. This is Football Night in McAllen ISD.
I'm tickled pink, thought things are Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And welcome back. Time now for the Smile Cam here at DQ Fan Field. We're back to play here. Roll out and a short pass there is caught by Fuentes. The new quarterback in there, by the way. That's Diego Bravo playing quarterback.
Good hustle on the play by Julian Nava after the reception.
It's a gain of 5, but it's going to be 4th down and 2.
They're going to go for it, Mark. You can tell that the confidence level is there to try to get to 2 yards. See the Warriors can come up with a big stop.
Got trips to the left side. Bravo is going to do a quarterback draw here, picks up the 1st down, crosses the 20 to about the 17, 18-yard line. Gain of 8 and a 1st down.
And in that offensive play, what the Tigers did pretty much is they spread the field. And they take the advantage that there's not too many defenders right up the middle, and your playmaker, let him go get your 1st down, and that's exactly what Diego Bravo did for the Tigers. Oh, something happened there,
Ball
Mark.
came loose.
Looked like the quarterback wasn't ready.
And Rowe may have their 2nd turnover. They do. Nikki Rowe comes away with the football for the 2nd time in the 1st quarter. And this time on the recovery is the defensive lineman, Alejandro Rodriguez.
Tanabe would go to our cameras on the 20-yard line. He's out there with the officials wanting an explanation. I don't know if he just what he's looking for, but the quarterback wasn't ready.
Yeah, just kind of a harsh snap there on the shotgun that struck the quarterback in the shins. And then the nose guard, Rodriguez, falling right on top of it. Number 55 right there.
The right place at the right time. It's Coach Bocanegra excited. They already created 2 turnovers. And now it's the Warriors' turn.
Now the Warriors, having trouble with the snap. And Boteo forced to fall on it way back at his 10-yard line, a loss of 9.
This is not what should be happening in the 3rd game of the year, Mark. All kinds of problems with the snaps by the centers on both sides.
Now I know Rowe doesn't have a new center, not sure about Mercedes. But both teams having a little bit of trouble with those snaps, especially Mercedes has had 3 or 4 errant snaps off the shotgun.
Warriors were lucky that they didn't fumble that one.
Here's a good snap. Liguez gets the handoff, runs this forward, gets most of the lost yardage back, and is all the way up to the 22-yard line. We're going to bring up 3rd down. Gain of 12. It's going to bring up 3rd down at about 7.
And if the last play would have been even a play where they gained no yards, this run by Liguez would have gotten the Warriors a 1st down, but because of the poor
Chris
snap,
Arriaga making the tackle.
Yeah, they're now at 3rd and 7.
Arriaga, senior defensive back, 3rd down and 7 now for the Warriors. I'll put a man in motion. That was Mateo Castillo, and they hand this off. Liguez with the carry. And he gets the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 4th down.
So that should be the end of the quarter.
Well, there we have the end of the 1st quarter. So after 1, Nikki Rowe's defense holds, producing 2 turnovers after Mercedes has 2 drives, but no score at the end of one. We'll be back with the second in a moment. This is Football Night in McAllen ISD. And welcome back to the second quarter here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. It's the Nikki Rowe Warriors and the Mercedes Tigers non-district game here between 2 5A schools. No score in the first quarter. We're ready for quarter number 2.
Mercedes Tigers are not happy on one of the keys to the games that we talked about, the turnovers, and they've had two big turnovers.
Yeah, both of them when they were well inside road territory as well. Got the punting unit on there and a miss. Errant snap there, able to get the punt off. This is going to be short, and Mercedes won't try a return, but they're going to have excellent field position as the ball is killed at the 36-yard line.
What is going on with the snaps? Is it something having to do with Friday the 13th or what, Mark?
It very well could be.
It looked like it was a decent snap, but punter wasn't just able to handle it. He got lucky that there was no rush out of him, or not that would have tackled him.
Let's look at that punt one more time. Well, that's the very end of it. Back.
Awesome tackling right there by number 64 for the Warriors. Jacob Rodriguez, he came in right away. He got past the center and the left guard. And before the running back could do anything with it, he was already on top of the running back.
Yeah, gain of 1 there. Second down and 9 now. By the way, Aaron Cortez back in there at quarterback. Cortez looking deep, is going to go over the middle. Man is there, but it's knocked down, incomplete, and almost picked off by Nikki Rowe's Nomad Aguirre, the safety.
Nomad Aguirre, I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 times he would intercept this one if he'd be given an opportunity again. But sometimes, Mark, those are the hardest ones to intercept. When things are easier, they become harder.
And we've got a timeout called. I think an official's timeout. I haven't seen an indication of either team calling anything, so it must be an official's timeout. And now time back in again. Just over 11 minutes to play in the first half. No score as yet. Mercedes has had the bulk of the offense, though, but Rowe defense has generated 2 turnovers. And here's Cortez wanting to run. Actually able to cross the 30 and get to about the 27-yard line, a gain of 8 on the play.
That was a play by design. It was never meant to be a passing play. Coach Reyes worked the play here to see how many yards they could get, and it paid off because it's now 4th and 1.
Yeah, 4th down, less than a yard.
Quarterback.
They'll go for this. They hand this off. Sanchez blocked again. He got stymied twice, but now has the first down and might have more as he heads toward the end zone. And this is a touchdown for the Mercedes Tigers. And Sanchez, who looked like he was dead to rights in the Rowe defense for a couple of seconds there, was able to find an opening and scampered all the way to the end zone for a 27-yard touchdown run.
At the beginning of the play, things looked good for the Warrior defense, but then again, some missed tackling. And that one really cost them. 6 points, maybe 7.
It was on 4th down as well. They're 2 for 2 on 4th down already this evening. Extra point up and good. And the score now 7-0 in favor of the Tigers. 10:28 to go here in the first half. We'll take another look at the touchdown. This is a 4th down and 1. And you can see right there, Sanchez looked like he had nowhere to go, just ran into a wall of defenders, but then able to find the seam. Got caught right at the goal line, but was able to get the ball across the plane for the touchdown. It's Mercedes 7 and the Warriors nothing. Take a look at the little celebration here as we go to break. We'll be right back.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow,
creating more jobs
and more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Welcome back. 7-0 our score. 7 points for Mercedes. They also have 7 first downs. They've been able to move the ball quite a bit, but 2 turnovers stymied them for a while, but they found the end zone on that last possession thanks to a short punt by Nikki Rowe. We talked about special teams was one of your keys, Mario. 4 plays, 36 yards, and a 27-yard run by Robert Sanchez for the TD.
So far, the majority of the game, first quarter, a few minutes here into this quarter, it's all on the Mercedes side of their field.
Here's a ball that will go out. So the Warriors have the option to take the ball, I believe it's 30 yards from the spot of the kick, which would put them at the 30-yard line. It's the usual option. Teams can also require the offensive team to retake the kick. So it looks like Warriors will set up at the 30.
Kickoff out of bounds. Nikki Rowe would take the ball at the 30. First down.
Well, we'll see now that the Warrior offense can calm itself down and establish some consistency, get themselves a couple of first downs, see if they can stay on the field for a little while, because their defense has been on the field for a long time.
Yeah, it can definitely wear on you as you get toward the latter part of the second half. Handoff Liguez, big hole up the middle here, has a first down and a little bit more. So the Warriors remove the chains. That's their first down this evening here, and it comes at 10.5 minutes left in the first half. 13-yard run there by Liguez.
And that shows that the Warriors can run the ball, but some costly penalties have cost them the opportunity to get themselves first downs, because they're always on 2nd and long or 3rd and long.
Much here for Nikki Rowe.
There's a lot of fakes all over the place, but it did not fool the Mercedes Tiger defense.
And Warriors get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there. Totals right now, Mercedes with 93 yards rushing, Rowe with 25.
4 Mercedes Tigers defenders in on that tackle.
We may have a timeout called. Not sure exactly. We're back to action now. 2 receivers left, one to the right for Nikki Rowe. Coach Robert Flores was getting an explanation from the referee.
This crew, I now remember, Mark, they had an interesting call last year in a big game between Los Fresnos and West Lakota. I'll tell you a little bit more about it.
Here's 2nd down and 10. And going to go fake to Liguez. quarterback Boteo decides to keep, but Mercedes read that one well.
So far, the Warriors have tried to get themselves some yardage on running plays. They haven't really put the ball up in the air, but there is another flag.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
So 5 yards against Nikki Rowe, it's their third penalty.
And for a team that right now is trying to establish a running game and some consistency on offense, any penalty is real hurtful. A 2nd and 15 seems like a very, very long way.
So it is indeed 2nd and 15. Boteo's going to roll out left. Now sets up and fires downfield. Man is open. This is caught. That's Castillo. And Castillo fighting his way all the way to the 16-yard line in Mercedes territory. It's the deepest penetration of the night for the Warriors. And they'll have first down at the Tigers' 16-yard line.
Did you see what quarterback Mateo did on that mark? He set up the defense. He scrambled a little bit. And then he acted like he was going to run right there. But this play, unfortunately, guess what? Beautiful play for nothing. And a holding call, Mark, as we take a look at the highlight. It's bringing the play back.
Yeah, 46-yard pass completion down to the 16 is going to be wiped out. The holding call.
So
and that moves them all the way back to the 28-yard line. They'd already had a 5-yard penalty, so now it's 2nd and 25.
Those are big-time penalties, Mark.
Play action fake here. Boteo trying to set up the screen. Mercedes reads it well. A couple of defenders in there on the tackle on the guess. There was Anthony Velasquez was in there, a defensive lineman, along with Noah Buenrostro, the linebacker.
When they got there in a hurry, this play didn't trick anyone. And now it's 3rd and what they say, forever, almost 30 yards.
It is, especially they lost 4 yards on that last play, so now we're 3rd and 29.
You're probably just looking to try to get yourself an additional 15 yards and punt it.
No quick kick or anything like that. And Boteo forced to throw it away as he had nobody open. Bring it up 4th and 29. They'll bring on the punting unit. 7:39 to go here in the second quarter.
So far, things are not going well for the Warrior offense. Now, the defense has given up some yardage, but at least they cost 2 turnovers and kept Mercedes from having a bigger lead.
This will be end up being a 3-minute possession for Rowe, but gave their defense a little bit of rest. And here's the punt. This one is going to be short again. Mercedes will have good field position. Ball's going to be killed in Tiger territory, their own 47-yard line.
So far this game, the Tigers have just had short fields to go and get themselves some points.
Yeah, they had a short field to get the touchdown on their last possession. And again, now playing with half the field.
You know, when you have a short field, Mark, you only need 2 or 3 first downs, and then you can get yourself a touchdown.
They'll bring in Bravo back at quarterback. So they've been alternating quarterbacks in Cortez and Bravo. Bravo, a junior. Bravo's going to hand this off. This goes to Sanchez, who scored the touchdown his last carry. And he's bottled up at about the Tiger 49, a gain of 2. Is there a flag down?
Yes, there is another flag, a holding.
Offense, number 72, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
After a while, these players need to adjust. There's crews that come here, Mark, and they don't throw a lot of penalties unless it's very obvious. This crew here seems like they're throwing penalties, and they should be. I mean, they're penalties, but the players need to start thinking like, hey, we can't do this because they're going to call penalties.
Yeah, ball moved back to the 38-yard line. Bravo rolls out, steps forward and fires, hits his man. Get the penalty yardage back. That was a nice catch there by Jose Garza, wide receiver, is a senior.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. Nicely designed play there. It's a hurry up offense.
Brings us up 2nd down and 6. They run straight ahead. This gets to about the 40 in road territory, and that's going to be a 1st down. So despite the holding penalty, they're able to convert.
They're making it look easy, the Mercedes Tiger offense, but when you have 2 quarterbacks, Mark, you can run a little bit more often because he's not going to take too much of a pounding when you have 2 quarterbacks running the ball.
And Bravo rolling out here on 1st and 10. Hits his receiver on the out route. So a catch there by Victor Cuellar. That'll move the ball up. Going to be 2nd down and kind of a long one, really, about 1.5.
And now, Mark, when you're having your offense gaining yards on the ground, and you can open up your throwing game and you put the defense, like, what's going to happen next?
Trying to run it with Sanchez. Sanchez can't find much and actually loses a yard. Back to the 33. A loss of 1. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Defensive play, of course, number 44, Hartman.
Tigers 2 for 4 on 3rd down. Under 6 minutes to play here in the 1st half.
The playbook is wide open. Quarterback keeper rolling out, throwing.
And goes in motion. Bravo back to throw. His pressure now has to run. It's going to be tackled. A couple of Warriors got in there on that.
Another flag.
Bravo on the carry.
Torres and Hernandez both in there on the tackle. See what the flag is about. It was well away from the ball.
Your attention, please. We have a flag.
Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
And now it's the Mercedes Tigers' turn to have a penalty and to hurt themselves.
Yeah, that's their 4th penalty.
But in that last play, Mark, if there wasn't a holding penalty, Bravo should have been tackled for a 5-yard loss, and he broke a tackle and gained another 10. So the Warrior defense has been there to make stops, but their poor tackling is just hurting them big time tonight.
3rd down and 14. Trips to the right side. This is Bravo looking to throw. Flag goes down. Could be a hold as Bravo takes off running now. It's going to be just a couple of yards shy of the 1st down, but we'll see what the flag is about.
Another holding.
Holding. Offense, number 50. 10-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Now they're back in their own territory after 3 holding calls. They're back at their own 46.
What do you do, Mark? I'm sure maybe this offensive unit were not called for holding penalties in other games, but this crew is calling those. So they have to be conscious to that. They're going to call a timeout to talk about this.
Timeout. Mercedes.
It's a
All right,
3rd and forever.
Yeah, we'll see how 3rd and 24. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a moment. It's Mercedes 7, Rowe nothing.
The Seams Back to School sale is your perfect way to win. 6 weeks of perfect attendance earns students a chance to win a new car from Seams. And any student gets $500 off MSRP at Seams McAllen Ford, or always online at SeamsMcAllenFord.com. Drive local, drive Seams.
And welcome back here at DQ Fan Field. Appreciate our field naming rights sponsor, Dairy Queen. Proud supporter of McAllen ISD. Also appreciate our anchor sponsors, Performance Therapeutics, Lone Star National Bank, Sames Auto Group, and South Texas Health Systems and Clinics. Third down and 24. Tigers, 5 minutes left. Going to give this to Sanchez. Nothing there to the right side. Trying up the middle now. Is still going loose. Going to be all the way back to the left side of the field. Now cuts up the middle again. Boy, ran about 30 yards east-west. Had a fair amount of about 15 yards going north-south as he gets up to the row 41-yard line. And a gain of 13 yards.
2, 3, 4. He broke 4 tackles, Mark. Finally brought him down. But that makes it a 4th and 11 instead of a 4th and long because of all those broken tackles.
So we'll take a break with an officials timeout. 4:42 to play here in half number 1. Mercedes 7, Rowe nothing. And we'll be right back with more football night in McAllen ISD.
Choose to start something good. Choose to leave things better than you found them. Choose to do the little things that matter. Choose to take pride in your neighborhood. If you could choose to do anything, choose to shine.
And welcome back. 4:42 to go before halftime. We'll have a look at halftime at the two marching bands, the Mercedes Tigers marching band and the Nikki Rowe Warriors band, as well as the Warrior dancers, the tiaras.
I have a score up there at Betty Layton Stadium, Mark. Right now the Jackets, and there's another score for us.
Yep, San Antonio Johnson playing McAllen Memorial in a neutral field in Alice, home of the Coyotes. Long pass there. That's the McAllen Memorial, by the way, in the dark uniforms. San Antonio Johnson in the light color.
Who gave us that clipping there? Texas Sports Production, Mark?
Texas Sports Productions, courtesy of them, bringing us those images. Johnson leading Memorial right now, 21-14. You can see about 7.5 remaining in, I believe, the second quarter up
The Bulldogs are winning 14-6 at Betty Layton Stadium in Edcal, Chelsea. How about them Bulldogs?
Yep, 4th down and 11. Mercedes does a quick kick. They lined up like they might go for it, but then does the quick kick. It goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback, and the Warriors will have the ball at their own 20-yard line with 4:19 to go here in the first half.
I'd like to thank Jose Hernandez from the Edcal, Chelsea area. He's a volleyball official also. We got together and we ate at Leroy's Chicken and Burger Restaurant. If you ever in town, Mark, stop there. They have great burgers.
Yeah, and it's right now it's time for the fan cam.
Oh, I love this.
Fans having a good time here. Nice weather tonight. Here in this Friday the 13th.
Seems like everybody's real calm here, Mark.
Oh, and here's a big play here by the Warriors. We go back to action. Ligues with a big run right up the middle. The 20-yard line, more than 30 yards, all the way into Tiger territory at the Tigers' 49-yard line. Kind of caught us unawares a little bit there.
Sorry about that. That's the best play of the night for the Warriors. I got excited for them. Let's see if they don't hurt themselves with some unnecessary penalties.
Another first down there for the Warriors, who are now at midfield. It's their best they've done so far tonight. They did have a play all the way down to the 16 that was called back for a penalty. But here they are in Mercedes territory. Ligues all the way to the 44, bring up second down. Their 5-yard pickup. 3.5 minutes to go here before halftime. Both teams have 2 timeouts.
Nice broken play by Ligues. And look at the quarterback right there, Mark. He's the one, Adrian Mateo, that went up here. And he gave the linebacker a pretty good shot. Good job, Mateo.
It's Castillo goes in motion. They hand off Ligues. Ligues is going to be wrapped up by a host of Tigers.
Lost a lot of yards in that one.
Yeah. Among the Tigers in there on the tackle included Emilio Valle and also Anthony Velasquez. So third down, back at the Mercedes 47.
Emilio Valle, the senior linebacker, got in there quickly.
Third down and 8 here for the Warriors, are 0 for 2 on third down. 2.5 to play in the first half. Play action here for Boteo, has some time, gonna throw over the middle, man is open! Oh, just couldn't quite bring it in. That was the guess, or excuse me, that was the first pass thrown to the Aves. The Aves tried to slide underneath it, just not quite able to get there. So we'll see another look here.
Should have been caught. Would have been a big play for the Warriors. So that's what Coach Robert Flores talked about, Mark, as I alluded to earlier. He talked about the big word of the day for him was execution, and so far the Warriors are not executing on offense consistently.
And here's their third punt of the night. This is going to be high, and it's going to take a Tiger bounce. Tigers get it, going to get at the 34-yard line. Now we had a kind of a truncated fan cam a moment ago, so here's our full-fledged fan cam with the Tigers getting the ball back.
Hartman.
Low snap to Cortez, who's in there at quarterback again. Tries to run this himself. Oh, then gets upended at the 40-yard line. Lowering the boom there for the Warriors was, man, you just mentioned, Nicholas Hartman.
Nicholas Hartman. The second time we mentioned him with some hard hits.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second down. Clock is under 2 minutes to go. 2 timeouts for Mercedes. Cortez to throw it. Short pass. It's caught by Sanchez, who wisely gets out of bounds right at midfield after picking up the first down on a 9-yard gain.
That's an important play that he got out of bounds. He gets a first down and gets out of bounds. And the Tigers do have 2 timeouts to work with, 1:43 and right at the 50. Plenty of time for them to see they can put more points on the board.
So you snap it, Cortez, a quick pass, Sanchez has it, runs across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. It has another first down. They'll move the chains once again. So they move into road territory now. 10 first downs in this first half for Mercedes. Another quick throw, and this is going to be incomplete. It was intended for Bravo. Correction, it was intended for Fuentes. Goes incomplete.
Actually, that play wasn't going to get that many yards anyway. The fact that it's an incompletion, it stops the clock. It was 1 minute and 20 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. Lots of options for the Tigers. They can also run a running play.
And they do that exactly. Sanchez, a big hole up the middle, first down and more, all the way inside the 25-yard line. See, the clock will stop momentarily while they move the chains. We'll see if they decide to call a timeout here. So they do have 2 remaining.
Mark, that's a pretty good play because everybody's expecting a pass, so you take the extra 15 yards on the run.
And then a short pass stops the clock with 1:02 to go, as intended for Fuentes.
The Tigers are sitting pretty right here, Mark, with 1 minute 2 seconds to go. They're already up 7-0, ball on their own 23 yard line. They got 2 timeouts, 2 good quarterbacks that are doing pretty good, putting the ball up in the air.
Cortez hands off, Sanchez straight ahead, and tripped up at about the 18, and now a timeout is being called by the Mercedes Tigers. They'll have 1 left. 7-0 our score. Let's take a break, and third down facing the Tigers when we come back. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Line? Hello? Hello?
Attendance today, success tomorrow. Attendance matters.
And we're back, 7-0 our score. Been a quick half, less than an hour. We're about to see the bands come out. First of all, Mercedes, followed by Nikki Rowe. Both teams have been on the ground for the most part, and half is just motored by. 57 seconds left in half number one. Tigers have one timeout left. The Warriors have two. 3rd down and 5 now here for the Tigers. They're going to hand this off. 1st down and more, all the way down to the 10. Nice little run there by 44, Isaiah Castro, senior running back.
This is real good game management, Mark. Still running the ball.
Here they're going to run this straight ahead.
And now they're probably going to call their last timeout, and they do.
They do.
And final timeout.
That was Castro again on that last carry. Was able to get it to the 6-yard line, a gain of 4, and they used their last timeout, as you heard. They're a 4-yard pickup. Mercedes with 154 yards on the ground. 58 for Nikki Rowe.
And you know, if the Warriors could have stopped here, Mark, and go into the halftime just down 7-0, it's a major, major victory because they could easily be down 20 points.
Yeah, Mercedes, yeah, trying to add to that, and you know we're seeing the hallmark of the Paul Reyes offense, aren't we?
Absolutely, he likes to mix it up. He'll take what they give him, and I think he's realizing that maybe the Warrior defense they're setting up to stop the passing, so that opens up the lanes for the running game.
And one thing Reyes always likes to do is that hurry up offense. Feels that the offense can get a big advantage by calling the plays quickly and skipping the huddle.
And what a luxury. He has two pretty good quarterbacks. They both look good, Diego Bravo and Aaron Cortez. They're both looking pretty good, passing and running.
Yeah, it seems to have worked well for them as both quarterbacks are pass-run threats. Here we have a fumble in the backfield, but Cortez picks it up. Broken play here. Mind you, they're out of timeouts. So Cortez is going to be tackled back at the 8-yard line, and Mercedes will have to hurry up.
They'll probably have a play ready to go, some kind of pass mark.
Or they might just clock it. Let's see what they do, and that's exactly what they do. With 19 seconds left.
I think they're probably going to go for a field goal, put some points on the board, Mark. We take a look at the cheerleaders, see what Coach Adame decides. Yeah, they are going to set up for a field goal, Mark. Number 83 for the Tigers is Josue Moreno. And get this, Josue is just a freshman.
Wow. Yeah, one of those 3 freshmen we mentioned. Made the extra point earlier. This is just a little further out. This is 24 yards. And kick is plenty long enough and is good. So the score now 10-0 in favor of the Mercedes Tigers with 15 seconds left in half number one. Rowe will get the ball with a chance for a return and perhaps 1 or even 2 plays. So they trail now 10-0 here in this non-district game. This is the last non-district game as Nikki Rowe will next week will start off district play. I believe they play La Jolla Palmview next week. They will have that game for you. That'll be here. Mercedes will take on Edinburgh North. A 24-yard field goal is good. It's 10-0 our score now. Mercedes ready to kick off. And here's the kick. It's going to be short, fielded about the 22 as Rowe calls for a fair catch in order to save time. So they'll have the full 15 seconds with 2 timeouts to work with. Try to get in maybe into field goal range or something. Oh, got a picture of the moon there. Looking real good. I'm actually reading a novel right now at where the moon is kind of a center of focus. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where they find this, well, if you've seen the movie, you've seen it, the black monolith they find on the moon, buried 20 feet under the surface. Real interesting book. And here they go back. Hand off Ligas. Ligas able to pick up a yard. Not much there, so I don't think the Warriors will use a timeout. And they don't. That's going to be the half. And before we get to the Mercedes marching band, we're going to have a halftime kick tried off by Nikki Rowe's police officer, Jesse Cancino. So one of our police officers, we appreciate our men and women in blue who help protect our students and staff every single day. And he has a chance to win $100 here from Performance Therapeutics. He's in full uniform and everything. He's got his flak jacket on. He's got his, of course, his sidearm. Full uniform. Here he goes. There's the kick, and it's up, and it's good. How about that? So we appreciate Performance Therapeutics for celebrating and recognizing all our educators, including our police officers, and Mr. Cancino is $100 richer. And we appreciate him and all the things that our police officers do. And of course, we appreciate Performance Therapeutics for their support. So the Mercedes Tigers marching band marching out onto the field now, and they'll be followed by the Nikki Rowe marching band. Also, we'll see the Tiaras dance team. So all that coming up here at halftime, and we'll see you on the other side. Our halftime score: Mercedes 10, Nikki Rowe nothing.
Debonair of the week is Evelyn Rosales. Special recognition goes out to Clarissa Vasquez for being nominated to compete at the Miss High Kicks competition in Dallas, Texas. Congratulations, Clarissa. Also, we'd like to recognize first-year Debonair All-American Krista Barrientos. She will be attending the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in November. Congratulations, Krista. Now, let's hear a big round of applause for the Debonairs as they dance to Thumbs by Sabrina Carpenter. Let's welcome your award-winning Mercedes Mighty Tiger Marching Band. The Wind Ensemble earned first place for the 2024 Performance of Achievement Honor Recording Competition. Congrats to the band. Introducing our 2024 Marching Band Show, Rise. You will hear music from Africa. Africa, Ceremony, Song, and Ritual. Under African Skies. And Africa. Our soloists tonight are Isaiah Banda on alto saxophone, Alina Gonzalez on flugelhorn, Naya Yanis on mellophone, and Yorandi Martel on euphonium. Drum majors, Annette Garcia and Isaiah Banda, you may begin your performance.
we switching like half or? Hey, Raul. Run me through this. It's kind of back heavy. It's the kind
Jesus
of
Christ!
Yeah, it's super. take this off maybe? Like this back part? And then just use the battery?
The Mighty Warrior Band will now perform a portion of their pigskin show entitled Persephone. The show opens with a light, fresh musical and visual tone evocative of spring and youth, but quickly darkens as the melodic motifs of Night on Bald Mountain suggest the encroachment of darkness on the scene, culminating in Persephone's abduction. The second movement is somber, suggesting the fall of winter, but ultimately resilient as expressed by Holst Jupiter. We will be performing part 1 and 2 for you this evening. And now, under the field direction of Alondra Ortiz and Riley McNamee, we proudly present the Nikki Rowe High School Mighty Warrior Marching Band and Persephone. formation.
And welcome back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Mark May with Mario Reyna getting ready for the second half here. 10-0 our score as Mercedes leads Nikki Rowe by a score of 10-0. They had a 27-yard touchdown run by Robert Sanchez and also a 24-yard field goal by their kicker, Josue Moreno. And we're ready to start the second half. Mercedes kicking off. Rowe will have the ball to start here at the third quarter. This is Ligues carrying across the 20-yard line, trying to get all the way to the opposite side, all the way out to the 25, where he is brought down. And Rowe will set up shop from there as we start this second half of action.
Do you have any stats, Mark, on the Rowe offense? How did they do?
Well, Rowe offense kind of anemic in that first half, as they had just 54 total yards compared to 204 for Mercedes. Mercedes first downs 12, Nikki Rowe with just 2 first downs in that first half. Also Mercedes 3 for 6 on third down, Rowe 0 for 3. And the one thing keeping Nikki Rowe in the game right now is the 2 turnovers produced by their defense. Otherwise it could be an even bigger score. Handoff Ligues. Ligues is able to find his way up to about the 28-yard line. And a gain of 3 on the play.
Well, we know we have plenty of football, 2 more quarters, Mark, and all it takes is for the offense to do something good, you know, create try to get some points. If that happens, then, you know, things will change. The momentum will be on both sides, but right now they're very flat.
And see what happens here. Second down and 7 now for Nikki Rowe. And Boteo fakes the handoff. There's going to be a throw out to the right side. It's Dante Rodriguez on the catch. I think the first time he's been out there with the offense. He went both ways 2 weeks ago in their opener, but was listed as just a defensive starter entering tonight.
Here's the thing, Mark, you got to give credit to the Mercedes Tiger defense. They're doing a good job. They're very fast. They get to the ball carriers pretty quick. It might not be just that the Warrior offense is struggling. It could be because the Tiger defense is doing very well.
Yeah, third down and 4, 3 down linemen for Mercedes. Fake the handoff to one player, Mateo Castillo. They hand it off to Ligues, who's able to get a little closer to the first down marker, but they're still going to be facing about a 4th down and 3, and they're going to send out the punting unit.
And that's a good thing to do, Mark, because the offense hasn't proven itself that they can get those 3 yards for a first down. And if you don't make it and you give the Tigers a short field, that's not good.
Yeah, that's how the Tigers got their touchdown back in the first half. They had a short punt where they were able to actually set up inside of Rowe territory at the 36, eventually cashed in from there. Here's the punt. It's punt number 4 for Rowe. This takes a huge Warrior bounce. Not going to be a return. And this will be killed by the Warriors at the 28-yard line.
That has to be the deepest start of possession for the Tigers all night long.
Yeah, so the Tigers will have a ways to go here. We see Coach Robert Flores in his 9th year as head coach of the Warriors. Both the Warriors and Tigers missing the playoffs last year, looking to get back on the playoff campaign this year. Mercedes had made the playoffs every year since 2005, Mario. And then finally missed last year with that 4-6 record.
They had an amazing run over there.
And here on first down, Cortez going to hand this off. Sanchez.
Look at him run, Mark.
Sanchez still turning his legs across the 35 up to about the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play.
Pretty much when coaches talk to you about trying to win the line of scrimmage, that's what's happening tonight. Both the Tiger offensive line of scrimmage and their defensive line of scrimmage, they're winning the battle.
Cortez fakes the handoff, runs this one forward, brought down by Salazar. Very close to the first down. Looks like enough to move the chains, and it is. Had needed just a yard, got about a yard and a half.
That's the story of the game, Mark. To start off the half, the Warriors had an opportunity to get their offense going. They were not able to get a first down, and the Tigers get one.
Now Cortez wants to throw this one. This is complete to Fuentes. Fuentes racing ahead up near midfield, and he has another first down here for the Tigers.
And now the Tiger offense is showing its balance. A couple of runs here and there for a first down, and then the next possession a pass for another first down.
Now 1st and 10. The Warrior 49-yard line, handoff, big hole here, and pushed out of bounds is Sanchez. Might have been a touchdown-saving tackle there by Austin Acosta for Nikki Rowe.
Good job by Acosta using the sideline to make sure that he didn't let Sanchez go all the way for a touchdown. And now the Tiger offense, they're on a roll, Mark.
20-yard run there. Closing in on 200 yards. They're at 182 now. So the quarterback Cortez fakes the handoff, runs this forward up to about the 26-yard line, and it's a gain of 5 on the play.
That's the way it looks at this offensive possession for the Tigers. Everything looks like they're gaining at least 5 yards on every play.
So 2nd down and 5, clock running too, under 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Mercedes already with a 2-score advantage. Looking to add to that as Cortez wants to throw. This is caught. This is Fuentes on the right side, fights his way to the outside, picks up the first down, and is all the way inside the 20 to the 19. Gain of 7.
And now the defense for the Warriors, they're on their heels. They don't know what's coming. Coach Reyes is mixing it up.
Handoff, Sanchez. And Sanchez fights his way forward for a gain of about 1. Clock will continue to run.
That's the only way you can stop Sanchez, if you get him right away at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there was number 50 for the Warriors. John Salazar.
Yeah, again, the hurry-up offense. Cortez fakes the throw. Now a lateral, it's intercepted. This could be 6. Running it back all the way. That was a perfect intercept of the lateral. Stepped in front of it and runs it back 82 yards. And Nikki Rowe is on the board. How about that, Nomad Aguirre?
The right place at the right time, Mark. Smart play. That could be the play that will ignite the Warriors, not only in this game, but for the rest of the season.
Yeah, pick 6 by Aguirre. And goes 82 yards for the touchdown. And Nikki Rowe's on the board. They trail now 10-6 as they bring on the extra point team.
You know, the Warriors were looking at being down 3 possessions, maybe a possible 17-0, and now it's 10-7.
And how about that 3rd turnover of the night? And the Warriors are back in it. Unable to score on the first 2 times they produced a turnover, but they score on this one. Extra point is up and good by Santi Nunez. And it's 10-7 now with 7:05 to go in the third quarter.
Let's see how excited Aguirre is. He should be excited.
Coach Bocanegra giving him a hug, the defensive coordinator.
Yep. Check it out, Mark. Oh. He read it all the way, Mark. That's the only way he got a jump on that. I'm sure Coach Adam is just saying, golly, we're fixing to go up maybe more points. And then all of a sudden you look at the scoreboard and it's 10-7. It's a close ball game with 7 minutes to go. But in reality, the Tigers have dominated this game. But it doesn't show on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the Nikki Rowe defense has just been absolutely rock solid in this game. Producing 3 turnovers, scoring on 1 of them. Trailing by only 10-7 now with 7:05 to play in the third quarter. So here they go. Warriors about ready to kick off here. The only downside to this, Mario, is that the Warrior defense has to come right back out there, don't they?
Yep.
The ball fielded at the 19-yard line, run up to about the 29, and Mercedes will start from there.
But I am looking at the Warrior defense. I mean, they're getting back on the field quickly. They're excited. They're motivated. That's why this is a team game, Mark. You know, your offense is struggling, and your defense came up with a big play, hoping that the offense still has a lot of time to get themselves going.
Officials blowing it dead for a moment. There is a flag down.
We have a goal, Jim, penalty flag on the field.
Fast start. Offense, number 62.
Penalty.
Moving the ball. 5-yard penalty. First down.
5 yards.
Here's a score at the end of the third quarter in Edcal Chelsea. The Mackay Bulldogs are leading 14-8 going into the fourth quarter. Oh,
We've got it right there. The Yellow Jackets in black, Mackay in the white with the gold pants. So live look in here. As you said, Mackay leading 14-8. And we see Cash Frisbee making a tackle.
Half the distance.
there's another, as we're talking about the Mackay game, there's another big penalty now on the Tigers. An unsportsmanlike penalty. Probably somebody said something they should have said. It didn't look like somebody hit anybody. But you can get those penalties, Mark, not only by a late hit or, you know, your language can cost you penalties.
Yeah, that cost him half the distance there. Back to the 12-yard line. 1st and 27 now as they run this to the right and nothing doing there. As Rowe gets the tackle on Sanchez.
How do we do this, Mark, when we get the double screen? Do we have our people up there in Ed Couch taping this, or in we're in Alice?
Alice, yes, San Antonio and Memorial are playing there, but able to do live look-ins with that thanks to our crack MITV team.
I guarantee you there's not many school districts that do that.
13-yard line after 1-yard pickup, and here's the quarterback Bravo wanting to run this one, and gets this one all the way out to the 25, and where it'll bring up 3rd down and about 15.
And this is a big play here, Mark. As you take a look, there's a lot of substitutions coming in. Probably the prevent defense, more defensive backs expecting a pass. So you're going to have more subs there. And this is a big 3rd and 14 for the Warrior defense.
Bravo looks like a quarterback draw, wants to run this. Gets very close to the 1st down. He's going to be a little bit short. As he gets out to the 36-yard line, a gain of 11. He's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
Actually, they're going to force a punt, Mark, but that was not good defense where the last 2 plays, it's too close for comfort. Warrior defense gave up too many easy yards on the quarterback keepers, but it is at least a 4th and about 3 yards to go. The Warriors should get good field position.
Warriors don't look like they tend to put much pressure on here. They do get a little bit of pressure generated. Sanchez gets the punt off, takes a big Tigers bounce, and Rowe able to corral this ball, prevent it from doing any further damage back at their own 16. So Rowe's going to be backed up, but at least they're down by just by 1 score now, 10-7, with 4:52 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Well done by the Warrior defense. At least they got a stop. So you were saying that the Warrior offense, they still only have how many first downs?
Just 2 first downs.
Penalty decline.
There's a penalty, Mark.
See, penalties haven't really had, well, Rowe has had only 4, but Mercedes has had 7 called against them.
Coach Adame was asking for an explanation.
See the huddle. By the way, Mario, we've got the extra cam. We've got the wireless cam available tonight. That's why we're seeing these close-ups on the sideline, because we've got a camera that doesn't have to be tethered to a cable.
Oh, nice.
It can go anywhere. And as a result, able to bring you some great pictures, kind of bring you inside the game, if you will. There we see Coach Adame, his 11th year as head coach of the Tigers.
The good news about all that, Mark, is I'm very sure that the parents love that.
And you're on first down. Warriors fake the handoff. Boteo keeps it himself across the 20 up to the 23-yard line, a gain of 7.
And that was an excellent read by Mateo. If he would have handed off that ball, it would have gone for no gain. Finally, the Warriors have 7 yards on a first down.
There's a play action. Boteo wants to throw. There's a play action, runs out of time, now throws the ball away. Is in the grasp of the defender. We'll see if they called him, had whistled him down already, or if they rule this as an incomplete pass.
It was dangerous. Could have been a fumble. Let's take a look at the replay.
Or they might call intentional grounding. The ball did not cross the line of scrimmage, and I don't think there was a receiver nearby.
Let's see what kind of explanation we get from the official.
Well, they're going to say no flag, and they rule it an incomplete pass. Oh no, they do rule it as a fumble actually. Ball going out of bounds back at the 16-yard line. So a loss of 7 as Boteo on 3rd and 11 now. Rolls out, fires long, and it's incomplete. Was trying to hit Landon Benetta downfield.
Boteo did a good job of scrambling and acted like he was going to run and froze the defensive backs. That allowed his receiver to be open, but he overthrew.
Rowe passing just 2 for 5 now. So you take a look at this again. Giving chase was Emilio Valle.
I think that ball got away from Mateo. He would have made the appropriate pass. It would have been a good 30-yard gain.
So 4th down now. They have the punting unit. Ball bounces in, almost blocked by Mercedes. Somehow they got that off. A minor miracle unto itself, and the Tigers let this one roll. They would have had excellent field position if they'd been able to return that or at least down the ball. Instead, it goes all the way down to the 34-yard line in Mercedes territory.
That cost them about 15 yards right there, Mark.
It's almost like a base running error, isn't it? It's an error on the return team. Kind of the smile cam coming up in a moment. here the ball comes loose. Mercedes with the first play there, and they're going to say second down now as the Tigers able to get it back. They've committed 3 turnovers already.
What's wrong with those Tigers, Mark? Those fumbles.
Recovering it was Alex Garcia. Yeah, they've got 13-7.
Shutting yourself up, you look at the sideline, and then you're done right. You gotta work back on yourself. Allowing you one turn on the situation because they hadn't called about the down there and called it in. Hey, you've been on me for a while. All right, they got it.
And we're back now, second down, facing the Tigers. Second down, about 6. They have it. 3:30 to score. I know we saw the score at 13-7 a moment ago. Maybe it was a prediction of the future, what Mercedes will do on this drive, as we see Bravo fake the handoff and run for a first down all the way up to the Mercedes 47-yard line.
Both of these Tiger quarterbacks, they played probably about equal time. They're good runners. Diego Bravo seems to be a little quicker with speed. And number 21, Aaron Cortez, seems like he can get you the tough yards. He's a little bit bigger.
And Bravo again trying to bounce outside. Oh, is hit hard near the first down marker.
That was a hit.
Wrecking ball defense here for these Nikki Rowe Warriors. That's probably going to be about a yard short of the first down, but there is a penalty flag.
They did throw a penalty flag because probably hit him while he was out of bounds. But you know, sometimes for the defender, it's hard for them to determine. They want to make sure that the runner is out of bounds. So.
Personal foul.
Yeah, there it is.
Late hit. 13 of the defense. 50 yards from the end of the run, first down.
So not only do you get 8 or 9 yards on the run, you add another, 15 yards? So, huge play for the Tigers.
First penalty of the second half on the
thing,
Warriors.
Mark, when you alternate quarterbacks, then your quarterbacks are not as tired because they're not playing every offensive play. And now number 21, the quarterback is now Aaron Cortez.
First down there for the Tigers as they hand off to Sanchez.
Good play there by the Warrior defender.
Sanchez losing a yard.
Did a good job. Carlos Torres came in there quickly. Hartman was also in the play.
Here's a big hole here for Sanchez into the secondary. Oh, and tripped up at the last moment there by Aiden Villar.
Aiden Villar saving the touchdown. Pretty good blocking on the left side.
Sanchez almost had his second touchdown of the night, had a 27-yard burst in the back in the second quarter.
He broke a first tackle and then almost a second tackle. He's tough to bring down. Robert Sanchez, junior running back.
Yeah, 19 yards on that pickup. Mercedes offense over 250 yards rushing now. We're down to the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. Snap to Bravo, hands off, Sanchez again. Sanchez bounces off one would-be tackler. And I think on second effort was able to get the ball to the 8-yard line, a gain of 3. First contact out there was Nomar Aguirre, the man who scored the touchdown for Nikki Rowe earlier this quarter. Got an official's timeout on the field, 1:51 to go here in quarter number 3. A 3-point lead here for Mercedes, but the Tigers threatening again. We'll be back. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD.
Hey, ready. Say go.
Hey, where's he at?
Not here today, man.
Attendance today, success tomorrow. Attendance matters.
Maybe pitch him. Okay, got you. Go right there. No, bang, monkey. If they go empty, if they go 3 by 1, I got secondary over there, secondary over here, right? If they go empty,
Bocanero's talking about if they go empty.
Yeah, empty backfield.
There you
So
go.
if they go with an empty backfield, he's telling them how he wants them to make that adjustment.
Well, more than likely they go empty. What that means, they're probably going to run a quarterback keeper or something.
It could be quarterback keeper or a pass. Sometimes you're when you need a lot of yards, you might put 5 receivers out there in the pattern and take out your 2 running backs. And see what they do. And as Coach Bocanegra said, they are going with an empty backfield, just the quarterback by himself back there. 3 receivers to the right and 2 on the left, so they do have 5 receivers that are going into the pattern.
I think it's a quarterback keeper, Mark.
2nd down and 7. They fake the handoff. You are right, Mario. Here's Bravo at the 5. He's hit at the goal line and burst his way in for the touchdown. At least no signal as yet. He appeared to get in, but there might be a flag down.
Yep, I see it.
On the offense, 77. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Boy, a lot of holding penalties called on Mercedes here tonight. 8 penalties now on Mercedes.
And that's something you know, Coach Adame knows if he's going to have success in that district, they got to cut back on the penalties and on the turnovers.
So here's a handoff, Sanchez. And Sanchez able to fight his way up for about a yard. That'll bring up to the 12-yard line.
So with a 3rd and 11, and the ball at the 12, there's going to be a timeout to talk about this.
Yeah, timeout on the field. Minute 20 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 10-7 our score.
They're coming back, Mark. I don't know what's going on. Such a long delay.
Is that an official's timeout?
Official's timeout, okay. Not a team timeout.
Yeah, both teams still have 3 timeouts. But here's 3rd and 11 now for Mercedes. They haven't converted on 3rd in this quarter. The pass wide open is Sanchez. He caught this at about the 8. Going to be well short of the 1st where he needed the 1-yard line. But it does bring up 4th down.
And here's where Coach Adame is going to think about this. Either he's going to take a 13-7 lead if the field goal is successful, or he's going to go for a little knockout punch, a little jab. And he knows the defense is playing very well also, Mark. So even if they don't score, then the Warriors will be deep in their own territory. The clock is running with 10 seconds. They might just be letting it run down and I'll call a timeout to talk about it.
Yeah, they've got the wind at their back right now, so I imagine they would want to take the field goal on this end of the field. That's exactly what they're going to do is they call timeout. It'll be their first timeout. About 30 seconds left here in the quarter number 3 and a 3-point lead for Mercedes, but they're about to, we believe, bring on the field goal unit. 10 13-7 our score. Mercedes led 10-0 at halftime. Rowe scored on an 82-yard interception return here in the third quarter and has cut the deficit to just 3 points.
Well, they're going to put it in the hands. Is it still the freshman field goal kicker? Moreno.
This ball will be almost a carbon copy of the 24-yard field goal they kicked in the back in the first half. This one will also be 24 yards. From the right hash, good hold, and kick is up and away and good. And now the score is 13-7. We saw that 13-7 appear prematurely a little while ago, but prophecy comes true with 24 seconds left in the quarter. Score is now 13-7. Of course, the Tigers still only leading by 1 possession. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the kickoff in just a moment. This is Football Night in McAllen ISD.
In South Texas, we know family is everything. That's why at South Texas Health System Clinics, we focus on providing exceptional care for generations of patients. Our family practices offer a wide range of services for every member of your family, from infants to seniors. Our experienced physicians take the time to listen and provide personalized care, ensuring the health and well-being of your family for years to come. At South Texas Health System Clinics, we're dedicated to keeping families healthy and happy. We are here for you every step of the way.
And we're back here at DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reyna. Just a couple plays left here in the third quarter. 13-7, Tigers in front. Mercedes against Nikki Rowe. It's been an entertaining game here as the ball fielded at the 11 across the 20. And then hit and down at the 29-yard line. And Nikki Rowe will have a good field position here with 18 seconds left in quarter number 3.
Warrior 29-yard line, 1st and 10 Rowe.
13-7 our score. Mercedes has led throughout. We've seen some other scores. Mackay was leading Ed Couch Elsa in a close game. I think leading by 6, and McAllen Memorial was trailing by 7 against San Antonio Johnson. There's a pass incomplete that was intended for Bonetta.
Maybe it was just best for that pass not to be complete because Barrera, I think, was going to lose yards. The defense for the Tigers continues to play well.
Back to throw, Boteo. Nobody open, still scrambling. Buys himself some time by scrambling all the way back to where he started. Now throws it deep, and it's incomplete, knocked away by the defense. Great defensive play there, made by the defensive back. That was Frankie Salinas, only a freshman, but timed that jump well.
Mark, sometimes when a quarterback scrambles for that long and he looks like he's going to run, some of the defensive backs forget about the receivers. But give credit to the Tigers. Look at all this time that Mateo was able to buy.
Over the passer, number 20 of the defense. 50 yards.
Penalty there,
First down. At the end of the third quarter.
Personal foul against the Tigers right at the end of the quarter. That's the 9th penalty on them. Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll sort everything out for you when we come back. 13-7, Tigers in front. You're watching Football Night in McAllen ISD. Welcome back to DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reyna, the rest of our award-winning MITV crew, Bringing you this game, Nikki Rowe against Mercedes. Next week is the district opener in District 16 5A Division 2. Nikki Rowe will take on La Jolla Palmview. And here on 3rd and 10, Boteo fakes the handoff, runs this straight ahead up across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. And it's going to bring up 2nd down. Of course, Warriors were facing a 3rd and 10, but there was a late hit called, or a roughing play called, that resulted in a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down.
If somebody would talk to Coach Robert Flores, that he's only down 13-7 with 11 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter, he would take it.
Now we have a pass. Looks like it was complete over there to number 6. First catch for Mateo Castillo.
That's a good sign for Mateo and the offense, because they still only have 2 first downs, Mark?
Now they've got 3.
That's okay.
And this will be 4.
Okay, 4. So yeah, Coach Flores, he has to say he doesn't like how they're playing, but hey, they still have a good chance thanks to the defense creating turnovers.
7-yard pickup on that last play. Wanting to throw again as Boteo has a lot of room to the right side, takes off over there on the 40, makes a little fake, has the 1st down, is still going all the way to the 25-yard line. The Rowe fans getting into it after a 21-yard run.
And that's what Mateo brings to the table. He's a dual threat quarterback. He can pass, and I really think his running is probably better than his passing, but he is very dangerous.
The guess all the way up to about the 20-yard line. Pickup of 5, or actually 4. Bring up 2nd down about 6.
Can the Warriors punch it in?
Running under 10 minutes to go in regulation. 13-7 our score. Snap to Boteo. Here comes the rush. He gets rid of it. Castillo has the catch. Fights his way to the 15.
That was a good read by Mateo. He had a couple of options and found the right receiver open. But more importantly, as soon as it was cut by Mateo Castillo, he got those 2 or 3 extra yards to make it a 3rd and 1.
Warriors 1 for 6 on 3rd down tonight, but facing only 3rd and 1 here. Boteo wants to keep it, has the 1st down, and then is upended right at the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Nikki Rowe Warriors.
So we know now, Mark, 1st and goal at the 10. The Warriors, it has to be 4-down territory. 4 downs to get 10 yards and take the lead. Can you believe that?
Be their first lead of the night. The guess right here at the 5, still fighting, is cross the goal line, touchdown. Warriors score and have tied the game up at 13.
Determination, determination. What a run.
10-yard run there.
It all started with some good blocking on the left side. Left tackle, left guard, tight end.
So here comes the extra point try. Good snap and hold, and the kick is blocked. That's going to be returned, and it's going to be downed. No return, but a nice block kick there.
And we'll see how big that block punt special teams play.
Yep, Frankie Salinas got the block there. And so the score remains tied 13-13 with 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Ligas right there, the man who scored the touchdown.
Great run by Ligas. He was very determined. He was given the opportunity to score a touchdown. He took it. Good job, young man. There's a touchdown run. Good blocking.
Let's take a break. Our score, we're all tied at 13 with 8:50 to go. We'll be back in just a moment.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
Back here at DQ Fan Field as the Warriors kick this off. Field about the 22. Player falls down. It's going to be whistled down right there at about the 24-yard line for the Mercedes Tigers. Meanwhile, the Rowe drive, 9 plays and 71 yards, league us with a 10-yard run for the touchdown. There's the upcoming games. You can see they begin the district play with La Jolla Palmview. We'll have that game for you right here next week, September 20th. Then they've got a Thursday game at La Jolla Juarez Lincoln before their bye week in early October. Then they go to Rio Grande City. They play Edinburgh Bella. It's just going to be homecoming on October 18th, and they finish up at Mission, and then 2 games with their city rivals Memorial High and Mac High in early November. Here's Sanchez on a sweep left. Trying to turn that corner, is able to slightly, and is get knocked out of bounds, short of the first down, but it'll bring up 2nd down and short.
Well, both coaches, Adame and Flores, are probably just shaking their heads. Adame saying, how can it be 13-13? And Coach Robert Flores says, I'll take 13-13.
There's another short run up to about the 36-yard line, a gain of 5, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And now here with 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, Mark. And it's a first down. Here's where the endurance and your depth start to kick in.
That's right, and the road defense has been out there a long time, as we see it run by Sanchez. Not much doing this time. Nomad Aguirre in there on the tackle.
And I'm sure that the Tigers, I think we're going to have timeout. Their quarterbacks are not tired because they're alternating.
Yeah, we've got an official's timeout right now with 7:45 to play in the 4th quarter. We're tied at 13. Or here's our next games. We've got La Jolla Palmview taking on Rowe High School. Like that angle, it reminds me of those old, the old Batman TV shows would often show the Joker's lair from one of those canted angles. La Jolla Palmview at McAllen Rowe is next Friday, and that'll be our next webcast as well. Mercedes is at Edinburgh North. And there's our next webcast, be Friday the 20th, a week from tonight, La Jolla Palmview and Nikki Rowe in the district opener. We know how tough Nikki Rowe is here at home. They've had 2 close games now. Harlingen South in the season opener, they ended up losing by 2. And then here tonight, we're tied at 13 with just under 8 minutes to play. Matt Kai on the road at Ed Couch Elsa tonight. And McAllen Memorial up in Alice to take on San Antonio Johnson. That's a neutral site for that one. Roughly equidistant between San Antonio and McAllen. Hand off. This is, or rather, the quarterback keeper, I should say. Cortez with it up to about the 40. A gain of 4 on the play.
And now, Mark, something I've noticed that the Warrior defense is now doing a better job of tackling. They were struggling with that in the first 2.5 quarters. But they got a little bit better at it and making it harder for the Tigers to get those easy yards.
Here's the quarterback. Cortez wants to throw. This is caught over near midfield. A nice catch there by Jose Garza, a senior receiver. And now we've got a late flag come in.
But it's after the first down, right, Mark?
Yes.
They're just going to lose yards.
Judging from when the flag was thrown.
Yeah, it was after the first down.
After the play.
Mark, you remember Joe Rodriguez, a longtime athletic director?
Oh, yes, yeah, from Brownsville,
I'd like to congratulate his family and, of course, Joe's. They're going to name the field at Sam Stadium after Joe Rodriguez.
Oh, wow. Yeah, deserving honor.
Oh, yeah.
The result of the play is a first down. We have a dead ball, personal foul, taunting, 13 of the offense, 15 yards, first down.
So we got a 15-yard penalty against Mercedes.
Good thing it happened after the first down, right here.
It did, so it'll be still be first and 10, but they'll move him back 15 yards.
That's where the penalty was given after he responded, reacted. Now he realizes he should have done that. But they should know, these players should know there's been a lot of flags out there, a couple of unsportsmanlike penalties, so these officials will be calling that. So by now, the kids should have been adjusting to that.
Officials talking things over right now. First and 10. The ball was moved back 15 yards. It'll be a Mercedes ball at the 33-yard line. 7:09 to go here in regulation. Now the wind is in the faces of the Tigers right now here in this fourth quarter, which could affect their passing. So they still have plenty of time to keep the ball on the ground if they choose to. They do have 2 timeouts. Rowe has all 3 of their timeouts. McAllen ISD celebrating the opening of its new collegiate academy this fall, the UTRGV, McAllen ISD Collegiate Academy. Yeah, it's a beautiful building if you haven't seen it.
Oh, yes. And there's what the referees will do, explaining to Coach Adame what happened. And that could be a good strategy by Coach Adame, too, because it slows down the game without a timeout.
Well, it also allows the Rowe defense to catch its breath.
Maybe it's good for them.
Yeah, they've been out there an awful long time this evening. Produced 3 turnovers and even a touchdown.
I will tell you, this crew of football officials, they worked very hard today. Too many penalties, well, a lot of penalties, but luckily they have that microphone wireless system. All the officials wear that system and they can communicate with each other. They don't have to be in a huddle. They can communicate each other from 10, 15 yards away.
There's handoff Sanchez. Sanchez bottled up by a couple of defenders. Torres, one of them.
You know, Mark, I wanted to ask you, I think the conversation there was that we thought since they had already gotten their first down, the penalty was just going to be a small, but I mean, they did. I thought it was going to be first and 10, but it wasn't. It's now 2nd and 17, so that's probably what they were discussing.
Yeah, picked up a few yards there. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they originally called it first and 10, but then they made it first and 25. Now facing a 2nd down as they have an incomplete pass. And that'll bring up 3rd and very long.
Cortez did a good job of buying time on that play. And the defense didn't know whether he was going to run the ball right there. And then he decided to pass it. They could have gotten 5 yards at least out of that, make it a shorter distance for the first down. We're going to go into overtime, Mark.
We just might. That would be fun if we do. And here's the quarterback, Cortez, rolling out, throws this. This is caught, and it's for a apparent first down. Looks like Fuentes with the catch. It is going to be a catch in road territory at the 45-yard line.
Good job by Cortez, the senior quarterback. He could have run with the ball, but would not have gotten a first down. But he kept his poise. He was calm. He spotted Jacob Vega open and made the pass.
Yeah, 20 yards for the first down. On 3rd down, no less. And here Cortez wanting to run this straight ahead. Manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he was upended by Dante Rodriguez.
once that snap looked like it was low, and once Cortez dropped it, it throws off the rhythm of the play. Take a look at the replay. He dropped it right there. He pretty much didn't have a choice but to try to run with it. Luckily, he was able to recover his own fumble.
Still have 17 seconds to snap it here. Gonna hand off Sanchez, running left is hit. Oh, big hit there. My, wow, Nikki Rowe with that wrecking ball defense continues to lay the booms. Ricardo Valencia with the tackle.
Junior defensive back, number 11. Actually, they both wanted to hit each other, so they felt each other right there.
Yeah,
oh, I don't know. I
two
think
Rams.
number 1, Robert Sanchez, got the best of that one, Mark. From up here, it looked like Valencia did, but we'll call it a draw. They hit each other pretty good.
Oh, wow. Ed Couch coming back to defeat the Mackay Bulldogs 17-14.
I understand there towards the end of the game, the Bulldogs did not convert on a very short down.
And then here's a pass attempt to see if they rule this a fumble or an incomplete pass, but
pass.
Rowe has recovered the ball.
No, it's ruled an incomplete pass.
Yeah, you're right. They're calling it an incomplete pass now. And that brings up 4th down.
Because of it's a 4th and 10, Mark, I don't see the... Well, maybe the Tigers will go for it. If they don't make it, I mean...
Yeah, I think they have confidence in their defense
quick
to
kick, Mark,
get them the ball back. Or yeah, it could be a quick kick as Rowe has nobody back, and it is going to be a quick kick. Great call, Mario. The ball goes down inside the 10, and they're going to be able to kill this right at the 5-yard line.
Great
Perfect
call.
Execution there by the Tigers special teams.
Great call by Coach Adame, Mark, and we talk about special teams being a key to the victory today, to success. And that play might help out a lot, especially if the Warriors don't get at least one first down.
You know, Warriors with all 3 of their timeouts, Mercedes with 2 timeouts. Probably a little too early for the Tigers to use them on defense here.
Plenty of time.
Rowe does need to get a first down, because if they end up with a 3 and out, then the Tigers will be in excellent field position and should still have plenty of time to work with. Here's Boteo wanting to run this. Gets inside the 5, fights his way up to the 10. 2nd down and 5 now.
And here's the thing, Mark, as a defensive coordinator for the Tigers, you have to be thinking that the Warriors have not had a lot of success in the past game, so they're more than likely they're going to be running the ball. Safe plays like the quarterback keeper here. They might do that again.
Yeah, they might try to the wide side of the field, but they have a little more room. Got trips to the right. They are going to run this up the middle this time after a fake. And Boteo gets about 3 yards out of it to bring up 3rd down and short. Clock continuing to run it. Under 4 minutes to go in regulation.
This might be the same kind of call, Mark. I don't know if the Warriors want to put the ball up in the air.
Warriors are 2 for 7 on 3rd downs. Here facing a precarious 3rd and 2. Boteo dropped the ball, wants to throw deep now. Man is there covered.
There's a flag.
And there's a flag comes in.
There's 2 flags, Mark.
Well, there's one way back at the line of scrimmage. So this will be 2 separate penalties here. If it's offsetting, they play the down again.
Here
what
we
the
go.
officials tell us.
Big call.
There's multiple falls, both of them against the defense. We got offsides.
Oh.
That penalty declined. We have
Both
pass
against the
interference
defense,
on the
Mark.
defense, 50-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Wow, so they both against the defense. One was offside, which was declined. The other one was pass interference, which they'll take, because that's a 15-yard penalty. As we take a look at it again, Boteo didn't panic and threw this one deep.
And it looked like the defender was there, but maybe at the last minute he held him.
Yeah, I didn't really see the interference, although the defender never did turn his head.
So that's a big bailout by the Mercedes defense.
It is. That's 11 penalties now. What a final score, or almost a final score. About 3 seconds left in the San Antonio Johnson McAllen Memorial game, but Johnson way ahead by a score of 49-21.
Yeah, it's always tough for any Valley team to play San Antonio schools.
The handoff, Viguez with a big hole up the middle, crosses the 40, up to about the 46, still on the Rowe side. Look at the final moments, 49-21. Oh, actually 20 seconds left in that one, but still it's going to be a Johnson victory, it looks like. That'll be Memorial's first loss. Memorial was 2-0 going into that game. Here's a handoff left side for Nikki Rowe. It's Nikki Rowe trying to drive into field goal range, which could be the game winner. 2:35, clock running.
And just like 4 or 5 plays ago, the Rowe Warriors were fixing to get into a punting situation that would have given the Tigers probably the ball at their own 50. But with a new life on the penalties, here we are.
Yeah, second down. They try to run this to the left side. Mind you, Rowe still has all 3 of their timeouts. They might elect to take one here as they're going to face a third down. After losing a yard there, back to the Mercedes 49.
Here's where it gets interesting, Mark, a 3rd and 5. If you run it, you get a first down, you got timeouts.
Under 2 minutes to go. Mateo wants to throw. This is caught. No, it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Nikki Rowe's 32, Luis Bettis.
And now decision from Coach Robert Flores being that they're almost in midfield. Do they have a special play they think might work, or will they play it safe?
Yeah, I think they have to punt, although they're lined up as if to go for it. Mercedes has no one back if this is a quick kick. Mateo might be trying to draw them offside, and that's what he was trying to do.
Nothing wrong with that.
And so Rowe will use their first timeout. We're going to go to the fan cam now here in the 4th quarter. Score tied at 13. Fan cam. And welcome back. It's a great fan cam there. Fans seeing an exciting game here. Mercedes is up 10-0. Rowe has since outscored them 13-3. We're tied at 13. So Rowe in a punt formation. Mercedes token pressure. And it's going to bounce over the heads of the defenders, go into the end zone for a touchback. Just barely trickled in there. And it'll be Mercedes football at the 20-yard line with 1:37 to go in regulation. Mercedes with 2 timeouts to work with. Let's see what kind of 2-minute offense the Tigers have. We saw them run the hurry-up offense earlier in the half, didn't we?
Yeah. I think what they're going to do, Adame is going to see if he can get 1 or 2 big plays where he can get 20 yards. And if he does, then he'll risk it.
We see our overtime rules if it comes to that. Game clock is turned off. Teams start at the 25-yard line. And after 2 possessions, they go to 2-point conversions.
Big hole.
Here's a handoff up here for Sanchez. Wow, Sanchez with big yardage there. 20 yards all the way up to the 40.
That's what I was talking about, Mark, that Coach Adame was going to take a look to see if he could get some big plays. And all he needs is another 10, 15-yard run, and now he can start putting the ball up in the air, start calling his timeouts.
Yeah, clock running, 1:20. Man goes in motion. They're going to hand off to him. The sweep to the left. And is knocked down before he can get out of bounds. That'll keep the clock running.
That's not
Mercedes
a good play.
Mercedes might have to think about a timeout here.
Not a good play because it took some time off the field, off the clock, and the clock is still running. The Tigers are taking their time. Now they call it timeout, but that's after about 10 seconds.
Yeah, lost some time there. We're under a minute to play.
For us, it's easy, Mark. We're over here, relax, in a nice air condition. You press box. The coaches have a lot on their mind down there.
By the way, Mercedes running backs now over 300 yards rushing tonight, Mario, at 302. 21 first downs for the Tigers tonight. Nikki Rowe with 140 yards rushing and 9 first downs. Scoring summary. We've seen for Mercedes, Sanchez 27-yard run and then a couple of field goals by their kicker, Moreno.
Just, he's a freshman, so how many yards from here, Mark? You're my mathematician. Would you think they need to go to get themselves into field goal range?
Get to field goal range? Well, they've hit from 24.
Maybe to the 30?
Yeah, that's all the way to the
25 maybe?
The 14-yard line. But yeah, maybe if they can get to the 25, that puts them in field goal range, I think, realistically. They'd be about 41 yards out from there, or 42 yards.
And that play is also going to take off a lot of time off the clock.
Here's 3rd down and 3. This is caught. That's Bravo. And Fuentes. And Fuentes able to pick up a first down. 30 seconds left. So Mercedes just might be able to get into field goal range.
Yep, good. It looks like the clock management isn't that bad, but they didn't call a timeout, Mark. Clock is running. It's going to be a... I think they did.
Yep. They have an illegal procedure.
There's a goal, Jim, penalty flag in the field.
Offense, number 10, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Does that stop the clock, or?
It does, but they should be starting it up here in a second.
It still stopped.
A little bit of an advantage there for Mercedes. Back to throw is Bravo. Bravo forced to run now. He might have to use a timeout as Rowe able to tackle him just after about a 2-yard gain.
That was a good stop, Mark. This is where you would need the field goal kicker for the Cowboys. What's his name?
Oh, Aubrey, yeah.
Did he kick like a 66-yarder? But it was
He did, just about a half second after a whistle. Would have been a Cowboy Club record and equal the NFL record. That's still, I guess, good information to know that he can hit from 66 yards.
Yeah, they do have a lot of confidence in him. Well, this play, Mark, they do have, what, 13 seconds?
13 seconds left, yes.
They do have time, but because they don't have any timeouts, they're going to have to probably try to do something that the receiver goes out of bounds to stop the clock immediately. I was impressed by our director, Raul Ramos and company, that they had the overtime rules, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Prepared.
Yep.
We're probably going to have to see him again if we do go
set.
overtime.
And here back to throw is Bravo, now being chased. Running out of time as he runs ahead and picks up another couple of yards. They'll bring up 3rd down. It's kind of immaterial at this point with just 7 seconds left. They still need about another 15 yards to give themselves a realistic chance at a kick.
So here's where you can't kick a field goal. So here's where you're going to go back. You got to get some blocking up front, and you throw the ball into the end zone to see if you can get some kind of catch or a penalty. Nope. Probably going to try that. What do you call it, Mark? Where a receiver gets the ball and then he pitches it out.
Oh, hook and lateral?
There you go.
Yeah. Got a illegal procedure on Mercedes again. It's our 13th penalty tonight.
But the clock stops. 5 seconds to go. No, it's running. No.
That'll give it a chance for one last play here in regulation before we go to overtime.
Throw it into the end zone.
Unless
See
we
what
have
happens.
a defensive penalty. There's a lob to the left side. Player catches it, gets out of bounds with 1 second left. Ball's going to be spotted at the 36, and I think they're going to try a long one here.
Got nothing to lose unless they block it and the Warriors take it back all the way. That's a 52-yard field goal, Mark.
We'll see what kind of leg. Rowe calls timeout. Wants to see if they can ice that kicker a bit. It's just a freshman out there. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line. I think they're going to put the kicking tee, it looks like, at about the 43, which would make it a 53-yarder. That would be something else. Not sure if I've ever seen one hit that far in this stadium. That is a long way for a high school kicker.
That's where the kicker has to have the mentality that's like a kickoff. Try to kick it as far as you can.
Now, one thing to think about here is if this is short, Rowe can return it.
That's right.
And usually your kicking teams aren't designed for playing defense. You have a lot of offensive linemen out there. You don't really have any backs or receivers. You don't have any defensive players. And a return could be quite successful. We saw that Alabama-Auburn a number of years ago. Yeah, the famous kick six.
No, they're not going to kick a field goal after all, Mark. I think they're just going to have a gadget play it safe, and go overtime.
Well, if he goes the distance, look at that at the 20. He's only got one man to beat. And finally tackled the 12-yard line. They had one play left. Or 1 second left, I should say. They could have gotten the field goal unit out there.
They would have done that play before the previous play.
And there's our overtime rules. So we are officially going to overtime now. Game clock is turned off. I have the coin toss determining who goes first. Teams alternate possessions from the 25-yard line. And after 2 possessions, teams move to the 2-yard line. They get 1 play from there.
Of course, it's always what's really important in overtime rules is the coin flip, because you decide that you let the other team go first to see what they do.
Yeah.
And then you have an option there. Because on a coin flip, they have 3 choices, whether they want the ball defense or they choose the side.
So we're going to go to overtime. First overtime game we've seen in a while. So Rowe with 3 turnovers.
And once again, Mark, this is where both coaches come to the middle of the field, and now they get to call the heads and tails, not the players.
Okay, so whoever wins the coin toss gets to decide if they want to go offense or defense, right? They want the ball first. Right. The other guy gets to decide which end of the end zone. And then if we have to go again, we'll just flip it over. Okay? So go over there, you still got the call. I changed coins, I don't mind inside. Heads.
She's explaining it, showing the coin.
Heads.
Heads and tails.
Make the call, coach.
He's going to call heads.
Heads.
We'll listen in.
It is. Oh, it is heads. It is heads.
Coach running and trying to get the
What side do you want to go to first?
What side do we want to defend, or do we want to go
Do you want to go from that end or that end, from the 25? So you got to be on defense. All right, best of luck, coach. Yes. All right, both of you guys get 1 series. You know that. Yes, sir. Okay. Good luck, both of you guys, coach.
Offense.
All right, great to be able to listen in on that. Matthew Maciel, our cameraman down there. See Coach Flores.
Only McAllen ISD team.
take you inside the game.
Well, like we said, Mark, Coach Adame wanted to flip, so he decided to put the Warrior offense on the field to see what happens with them. I remember one overtime game we did many years ago, and it involved Bruce Bush when he was at PSJ North. They kept going back and forth, and he decided to go for it, took a risk, and he was going to win it, but the receiver dropped the ball in the end zone. So here we go, 25-yard line.
Here we go. Clock is turned off. We're tied at 13. Rowe with the first possession here. We are in overtime. It's not sudden death overtime. Here's Boteo going to run this and picks up a first down.
I like that. I like that. He kept his poise. He didn't throw an interception, Mark, and he was able to get the first down, but more importantly, he went out of bounds, so he would take a hit. Now, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, actually just short, about less than a yard short. One of those right foot, left foot things. Man goes in motion. Gonna fake to him. Boteo wants to keep again. Nowhere to go inside, but turns around the outside. Able to fall forward and pick up the first down at about the 15-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Rowe. They continue on this initial possession of overtime. Mind you, Rowe has never held the lead tonight.
Well, Rowe, how many passes do you have, Mark, completions tonight?
Rowe, 4 for 10.
4 for 10, not much in the air.
There's a big run up the middle. Ligues gets about 5 yards up to the 10-yard line. Does 11 yards tonight on the 4 completions.
Blocking the offensive line. Of course, at this time now, all these kids have to be tired. So it's the team that wants it the most that's going to get this game in the win column.
There's a handoff going to the right side. Fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage there was the running back 23, Nieves. Nieves actually a receiver who lined up as a running back that time.
They did give him a first down, so now 1st and goal at the 5.
1st and goal for Rowe. Ligues in the pistol. Now shifts to a wing. Boteo's going to run this to the left side, trying to turn that corner, has some space, and scores. It's a touchdown for Rowe, and they are in the lead for the first time all night long. 19-13.
That's what you do, Mark. You put the ball in your playmaker's hands. They got themselves a touchdown.
Boteo's a 5-yard run, and they got the extra point team out there.
This is big.
Bowler is Castillo. Extra point
They blocked the last one
by Nunez.
Trouble.
Oh, and they had trouble there. Now having to run the football.
Throw it. That's big, Mark.
Mishandled snap, and the 2nd straight extra point goes awry for Nikki Rowe, and that was one of your keys. Was that special teams.
Teams could come back to haunt them. Mercedes has no choice in this. We see Robert Sanchez, what a smart kid. And anybody that says, I love you, Mom. Mom is jumping up and down. Now he gets whatever he wants, cake.
Yeah, he'll get some apple pie or something at home.
That's big, Mark. We're going to see, because, I mean, the Tiger offense has been able to move the ball. Can the Rowe defense come up with one big stop? They've had a pretty good game. They've given up some yardage, but those turnovers they picked up and some key stops is why the Warriors are now up 19-13.
By the way, the wind at the backs of Mercedes. Sanchez sweep to the right side at the 20, near the 15. Looks like he has a first down. Now, mind you, if Mercedes must have a touchdown to stay in the game, then an extra point would give them the victory.
Sanchez, He's had a lot of carries today. He still has his legs. So I don't know if they'll give him the ball against the expected quarterback keeper.
Any turnover and the game is over. Rowe wins. Here's Sanchez, or rather Bravo, breaking
There it is.
the plane of the end zone. He broke a tackle and then goes in to score from 15 yards. And just like that, we were tied at 19 and a chance now for Mercedes to win it with the extra point try.
And Mark, what I talked about, when you have two quarterbacks alternating, they don't get as tired. So I don't think Bravo was that tired. I mean, he broke a tackle, made it look easy. And here's the special teams play that we talked about.
Bravo will be the holder. He just scored the touchdown to tie it at 19.
This is a good freshman kicker, Mark.
Yeah, the kicker is Moreno. Good kicker. Kick is up and away, and it is good. And Mercedes wins it in overtime by a score of 20-19, outscoring the Warriors 7-6 in the extra period. And a disappointing loss there for Nikki Rowe. That was down 10-0 at one point, came all the way back, even took the lead at 19-13 in the overtime. But it was Mercedes that prevails by scoring on the touchdown. It was Bravo with a 15-yard run after Boteo had made a 5-yard run. Each team getting a touchdown, but the extra point proved to be decisive. 20-19, the kicking game, as you talked about, Mario. Mario, thank you so much. And that'll do it for the game. So Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, the rest of our MITV crew. Hope you enjoyed our game. Here's our overtime highlights. This is Boteo getting the touchdown. That made it 19-13. They missed the extra point. Or actually, didn't attempt the extra point. There's another look at that touchdown. A mishandled snap. Now we're going to show the other touchdown by Mercedes Tigers. And this is Bravo, direct snap there. Was able to break one tackle and then go in from 15 yards for the touchdown. Was tied at 19. Then the extra point would be good. And that made it 20-19. And that's our final score. So final in overtime, 20-19 Mercedes, an exciting game. Nikki Rowe will be our featured team on our webcast next week on Friday the 20th when they take on the Hoya Palmview in the District 16 5A Division I opener. So good luck to Mercedes the rest of the way. Nikki Rowe, good luck to them next week. Hard-fought game here tonight, exciting when Mercedes prevails by 1 point. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time right here on Football Night in McAllen ISD. Good night.